Hello, 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 and welcome back to another Etiquette Raider stream. Well, I'm needing ideas for titles of the video or stream, so I was like, fuck it. What is today? Because we can't milk Christmas anymore. It's Boxing Day, whatever that is. I know it's big in Canada. I don't actually know what Boxing Day entails, but I don't have any Canadians on speed dial currently to be able to ask them. Let me see here. Hey, Top Hat.
Oh, yo.
Happy Boxing Day. I still have no idea what the fuck Boxing Day is in Canada, but I know it's going on.
You're in Canada?
No.
Why are we caring about Canada then?
Well, because I needed a title for stream, and I know today's Boxing Day. So I was like,
Oh,
fuck it, it's Boxing Day. Wee!
woo.
Oh, yeah, there, bud. We're going up to Timmy's. Gonna get some coffee and a hash brown.
Yeah. There's G.
Hope you had a good Christmas.
Oh, I did.
Nice.
I always have a good one. What about you?
Yeah, it was pretty laid back. Not much complaints. I ate a lot of food. Yeah, it was pretty chill.
Did you get much, or?
It was, it was quantity over or quality over quantity. So got primarily food. Was able to get some presents wrapped. Got myself a what did I get? I got some Steam games, so that was pretty cool. And then I got myself a what is this thing called? It's a leather punch for doing leather work. So it'll make consistent holes so you can put lacing through it and bind things quickly and efficiently instead of sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other thing too. What I started up last night for my Christmas special was I made a little kind of homemade algorithm for I'm doing 10 by 10 by 10 boxes and then just connecting them on the cardinal direction. That's where it's like left, right, up, down, right? And and the only rules I had is I couldn't connect underneath, so the options were only 5 options, and so then I'm just connecting these boxes and just seeing where it goes. So that's been kind of fun. And
cool.
Then I'm gonna decorate it, and I don't know, maybe put trees on top and have crying Abby on the sides, so it'll be all lit up and kind of cool looking.
It's good. That be? Could that be?
It's pretty cool. The servers enabled FreeCam on the server, so even though I'm vanilla, I can use FreeCam, which is pretty hot. Normally, I've never had access to that.
No, yeah. You most likely have one of the bigger bases on the server.
Probably, yeah.
Especially for a vanilla kid.
Yeah. I know there's another YouTuber that I won't say their name because I don't want to trickle it back to them, but they are a known griefer on this server. And so I've always had in the back of my mind, and this is what gets really funny, is in the background, one of my friends might be starting a D&D campaign with this tuber involved. So in this server, in this server that I belong to, I have a cover story that I'm mute. And so they've never heard my voice. Well, I didn't want anyone putting together, in case they recognize my voice. So it might be really fucking funny as I'm playing D&D with a known griefer that looks around for bases. Just flirting with disaster here. So that could be pretty fucking funny.
Jesus. You go to great lengths to get your crap blown up.
Yeah. See what the die wants me to do. So we got 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going over here now.
What are you putting up now?
Just continuing to make these cubes.
Squares? Yeah. I've noticed that. I thought that was going to be like a foundation for something, but it doesn't appear to be such a thing.
Right now, I'm just building vertically, and well, I'm letting the randomness take me wherever it goes, but it does it can only go up or sideways, and eventually it'll get to build limit, and then I'll start fleshing out the internals.
Ah. Yeah, you definitely do have one of the better, kind of like, I don't know what you would call it. You're definitely one of the more creative builders I've seen on something like this.
Yeah.
Abstract. Well, there we go. That was the word, abstract.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is as a kid, I was very perfectionist oriented. And what I found in life is if you're a perfectionist, you're going to be really fucking unhappy because perfectionism is like virtually impossible to achieve. So what I really found was interesting because, when someone starts playing Minecraft, they start with just making a dirt hut, and just make a cube. And what I like about irregular weird shit is it undermines expectations. And so you can end up making it doesn't satisfy like the perfectionist side of me, but it does satisfy just seeking out interesting shit. And so what'll be interesting with this structure is that all the sides are connected. So when this building is done, I can make stairwells and other shit. So it'll be sort of like a weirdo surrealist castle.
Definitely.
I don't know if I'm doing the tree shit too often, but the vertical side I can put some trees. But I definitely want to put some lighting on the outer facing stuff. I thought about having like sideways triangles to make like spikes, but I notice I just do pyramids way too fucking often, so I'm trying to think of maybe I need to branch out into something different, but I haven't quite figured out.
I mean, your whole base is a pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking you could put like lights on like the corners, like on the outer edges.
Put what on the corners?
Lights, like your lighting.
Lights on the corners. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That may be a little too flat, but, something.
Sure. Well, I really like the Crying Obby because when Jack the Ripper's over here with his shaders, Crying Obby looks fucking awesome on shaders that he uses.
Yeah. I saw he was in one of the streams a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The views on that video Saturday? Went through the fucking ceiling too. I think it's, yeah, just having Jack in the title massively. I think it's like my third most viewed video.
Jesus. Was that Saturday?
It had 32 views on it or something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so we got that. We got the corners done. All right, so we'll use the next one. I would check what elevation I'm at, but that would dox what my coordinates are. Technically, I can switch scenes. Well, here's the thing that's been pissing me off, and maybe you'll appreciate this from the tech side of the frustrating aspects of streaming. So one weirdo bug that I've been running into is I'll have Minecraft, and so like on OBS, which is the streaming program that I'm doing, you'll have scenes, and then you'll have like your game capture, which is how the program is picking up Minecraft, and that's what allows you to stream on Twitch. And so I'd scene transition into a black screen so I could do stuff, like login information, other shit I don't want people to see. And then when I would click back to the game capture, it would cause Minecraft to crash. And so like on the 5th or 6th day, I had like 7 Minecraft crashed like 7 fucking times, and eventually I just stopped stream because I'm just like, hello, But going through it, it said it was either, your graphics driver needs to be updated, so I go down the internet rabbit hole of how the fuck do you do that, and then of course, all of my graphics drivers auto update, so they were already up to snuff. And then the other thing that the crash suggests is to stop using the recording software. Well, fuck you. I'm a streamer. It's like you have to use recording software. And then on top of that, on the crash report, it has a link there. If you have more questions, and then I click it, and where it takes you isn't even related to what the crash report is. So you get nothing. There's like no context. So the only thing I could think of is when this happened, I happened to have myself muted and game sounds muted, because sometimes, like, especially when I'm placing down obby for the pyramid and shit like that, it gets to be a real mental grind. So I'll just be like, I need fucking music. Well, to not get copy struck into the fucking ground, I just mute myself. So I can listen to music and not have that problem. So the only thing I've been able to figure out is, because I usually have Minecraft open, OBS, at most like Discord, and I wonder if having that 4th window with YouTube running was just sort of wigging the system out, because since I haven't had that happening, I haven't had a game crash, so hopefully I've been able to troubleshoot it a bit here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the tech side of streaming is just like such tribal secret shit.
Yeah.
And I know it's a running meme that virtually all streamers are always pissing and moaning about OBS. I
don't know anything about that stuff, so I can't say.
Yeah. Well, because when I started streaming last year, I just used the in-house Twitch studio, but that got phased out in May, and I kept using it until it functionally stopped working. And then I'm like, well, shit, I guess I have to be a big boy now.
Yeah. Functioning, stop functioning. Yeah. How many blogs or types of blogs are you planning to use on this?
So I'm keeping it sort of simple. How I'm going about it is I have this randomized shulker kit. I have a billion of these shulkers. And so each block, I just go along the line here, and then that's the material. And then once I get to the end, I just repeat. I don't put soul sand down in case people are trying to make withers to destroy my base. And then I skip over the sand block, but otherwise I just sort of do these. So with 2 of these shulker kits, I can crank out 25 of these cubes. So that's been the rough plan so far. And plus, I need some mental stimuli because placing obby was really getting to me.
Yeah. I figured it would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get the fourth side.
I do half.
Yeah. I was trying to get the
do 10 blocks and
the fourth side of the pyramid done before the end of the year, but I think we're definitely on the downside on the main part of this pyramid. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I just, I think it's good to have goals, but to avoid burnout at the same time.
Definitely. Yeah, I've posted the link to the stream and all of my servers I'm in.
Oh, nice.
A few of them.
Nice.
So hopefully get some people.
Okay.
And then they're not all like people who are going to grief you stuff. So I don't know if anybody's going to join, or they'll see it like 2 hours after we get off.
Oh wait.
Like,
we got.
Happened?
Oh shit, we got ban evaders.
Some lady.
I haven't been checking chat. Okay, so we banned this asshole. Account created 36 minutes ago. I've been having ban evaders, so that's been kind of funny. They get to send.
Yeah, I had a feeling that person was a bot.
They get
custom graphics lady.
Sent to hell. Yeah, there's so many graphic arts bots, and they always. It's always like when you look at the Twitter, it's like an AI generated female profile pic, and it'll have some generic female name, and then it's creepy, dude. Like we're in the age of AI bullshit already.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like we are so screwed. Did I already ban this? I feel like I banned this motherfucker. It's still being posted. Okay. Yeah, because there's follow bots.
Ready for Generation B?
What was that?
You ready for Gem Beta?
What's a Gem Beta? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you ready for Gem Beta?
What's Gem Beta?
The next generation that starts in 2025.
Oh my god. Wait, how is Alpha already old enough to have children? What the fuck? I thought...
No, they're not old enough to have children. The oldest alphas are like...
Oh, it's just the next...
No, they'll be 12. Yeah, they'll be 12.
When does Gen Alpha start? Because I thought we were still on Zoomers.
No, Gen Alpha started 2012.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
A little behind the times.
Yeah, Gen Sigma is going to be interesting, but I don't know.
Gen Sigma.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They all just look like Patrick Bateman. And every single child born will just be a carbon copy of American Psycho.
God. Gen Zeta wins, so we can end this crap. No, then they'll do the numbers after the Z. They'll be like Generation 1, Generation 2.
Aren't they just restarting the alphabet? That's why it's going from Z back to fucking Alpha, Beta, and I guess the next one will be Gamma. Oh, look, it's Gen Gamma.
Gen G. God. We're doomed.
Each day we stray further from God. Birch logs. How? I guess I didn't pick up the boxes. Are they up there? I don't know.
Back in my day, they named the generation based on what they did in their lives.
Yeah. Now we just number them because they don't fucking do anything.
Yeah, they're all the same. Just in different stages of life.
This one was made in this time period.
Your number name is 3417692. You will be known by this name until you die.
We're not in a dystopian future. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We are in a dystopian present. Not quite a future.
The future is now, old man.
Rats. You know I'm 127, right?
Yeah. I know, they do have the Appalachian water. It could be your fucking eldritch entity.
I do my face reveal, ignore the tentacles.
I told you about the Call of Cthulhu storyline, right? Where it's the I'm not gonna say it because if you say it quickly, it sounds really bad and TOS worthy. But it's Shub, and I go Nye Grath, and but it's the mother of 1,000 young or some shit. And the whole story of it was they have these cannibalistic trees, and it was just this maternal entity that could mutate things by the milk. So it was pretty cursed, even by Lovecraftian standards.
So by like cannibalistic trees, do you mean they ate trees, or do they eat people?
I'm like, cultists would feed people, like the trees literally had mouths, so like they were
so man-eating trees.
I mean, I said cannibalistic, but I mean
man-eating.
Well, the carnivore. I meant carnivore. But yeah, no, that was a creepy storyline.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Did I already? I didn't pick up the boxes. How stupid. Okay. Oh, they're over there. That's why I keep losing things. I'm not picking them back up.
People on political circles are actually crazy.
Yeah. Politics just tends to be a shit show.
Well, it's mainly it's technically a history server, but it always ends up being a political argument.
Yeah.
And then the amount of retarded I can't say that. Whoop-de-doo. The amount of undesirable ideologies are innumerable.
Yeah.
Sorry to about get you banned, probably.
I think technically it's all right, because I know a few streamers that use that. So unless it's because they're so large and Twitch turns a blind eye, I think it's technically okay. It's frowned upon, but who fucking cares? But yeah, I tend to try to. I mean, you never know how things are gonna pan out. So let me see here.
Or who's gonna report you?
Yeah. Yeah, shit be wild out here, dude.
Yeah.
So far, things have been okay. I did get a stream muted. There was a section I haven't been able to figure out. It was just a small section of audio, and I was like, oh, fuck. Did I play something copywritten sound? And the only thing I can think of is Mom may have unmuted the TV, and then that sound is what got muted, which was really creepy. But,
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, bruh. You say we don't live in a dystopian future?
Yeah. Oh my god, did I bitch to you about me trying to make thumbnails? I can't remember if I did. Well, when you look at my YouTube videos, they're all just randomized, auto-generated thumbnails. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should, get better shit. And so what I was going to do was just go to Google Images, get like a Santa body, and then slap my Anakin Raider head on it. And I was like, okay, we'll be tip-top shape and done. And then, as I was looking at the images, it was like, oh, this image might be subject to copyright. And then I was like, wait a fucking minute. Our thumbnails, can you get copy struck from a thumbnail if it contains a copywritten image? And sure as shit you can. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm going to have to do MS Paint for fucking everything until the end of time.
We just do like random screenshots.
Something, yeah.
It's banned because profile picture is copyrighted.
Well, yeah, it's kind of gray area with the troll face, because I was like, well, Jesus Christ, is troll face going to get me fucked over? And then it goes into the no man's land of fair use, and I have not been able to figure out fair use yet. I swear to God, I might call a lawyer and see if there's like a free consultation, and the only question will be is like, is this profile picture problematic from a copyright standpoint? And maybe that'll be my little freebie question. And then they're like, yeah, you're fucked. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
And also, copyright laws are hogwash.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see.
Goes way too far.
4. Yeah. Well, and especially when you people do get hit with false copyright claims too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all the time. Also, like, what was I going to say? I think my profile picture's not going to get copyrighted.
Oh, because would it be... Because I know one thing you can do is public domain. Public domain they can't fuck with.
Yeah. So I think my pictures are old enough they would belong in the public domain.
Yeah. We're only allowed media from fucking... Oh, we can finally use silent film era shit. Like...
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
I can finally use Nosferatu. Well, probably not anymore because of the new movie. Damn it. I have to wait another 100 years. Yeah, copyright law should be like 30 years. If maybe even 50.
Yeah.
But 100 is too damn.
Did you ever look into the legalese behind Steamboat Willie?
All I know is that it was, like fairly recently.
Yeah.
Copyright free, and Disney's prolonged the battle to keep it.
Yeah.
Private.
Well, the thing is, if you use it in any way, it has to be just like Steamboat Willie. So you can't like throw coloration on it to make it more Mickey Mouse-ish, like modern day stuff. But it's really interesting because, yeah, they can, in theory, you could fuck around with Steamboat Willie. And someone made like a Cuphead type game where it's all the Steamboat Willie aesthetic, and it's kind of funny because it's... There's one version of the mouse that people can fuck with now.
Jesus Christ. I'm
surprised there isn't a Steamboat people.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a... Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't like a... what do you call it? Steamboat Willie? Horror movie yet?
I believe, well, that's why Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey came out, because, yeah, Winnie the Pooh went into public domain the year before.
Yeah. And did you ever hear about, like, the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, right?
What, the claymation or thing? Something?
Yeah, the claymation. Yeah.
No, I didn't hear what happened with that.
So when they had like the copyright notice in like the intro film, they thought it would do it in Roman numerals, but they did the Roman numerals wrong. So instead of 1964, it was 1164.
Oh my God!
So technically, the Rudolph movie is public domain because they did it wrong.
That's fucking funny.
Why you see a ton of commercials with Rudolph in it.
Oh, no shit. So that's held up from a law standpoint. Wow, I would have thought they were like, oh, well, it's a fuck up, therefore we're going to retcon it and it's actually okay, but that'd be funny. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
1164.
And that's why there's so many rip-off films.
Wow.
Then something else I learned recently is like, all those old claymation films, right? The Christmas movies?
Yeah, like Gumby. I don't know. Gumby's probably still copyright.
No, not Gumby. Like the Christmas movies, like Frost, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. With the Mr. Frost and Mr. Sun and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all cinematic universe.
God, don't say cinematic universe.
universe.
Disney's perking its ears up at any fucking universe. Wait, we can bleed this IP into the fucking ground until it stops hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready.
Well, the company that made
Star Wars 36.
Star Wars 36. Yeah, actually, the company that made those films is now owned by Warner Brothers. So.
Yeah, one of the games that I got yesterday was like less than $5. It ended up being the Lego Star Wars, the original saga, so it just covers the 6 movies. And I was like, yes, before the dark times.
Before the dark times, the golden age.
Now I
before time.
I would fuck with some Baby Yoda and like Mandalorian, because that shit actually, yeah, the Mandalorian really fucks. But I haven't seen any of the other like bullshit that came after.
Yeah.
Because for a period there, it was like every fucking year there was a new Star Wars movie. I was like, please stop. Like, it's already dead. Please stop.
I think it was like, yeah, Star Wars is pretty much a corpse these days.
Yeah.
Especially with all the outrage of that one show. That might as well have been the nail in the coffin of it all, in my opinion.
Well, what was neat with Mandalorian is they, I think they circle jerk too much with the Jedi, and I think that's one thing that was sort of refreshing, and I think that's why, especially the one Navy SEAL I know, he loves Boba Fett, because it's more the regular people, it didn't, I'm space wizard and I can float shit around. Like, yeah, what about the normal fucks that have to, grind around the solar system to make ends meet,
Like Thrawn or something like that.
Thrawn, who's that? I'm not up on my Star Wars lore.
Oh boy, I gotta fill you in then. So, Grand Admiral Thrawn, he was like he wasn't a Jedi or Sith or anything, but to summarize it, he was like the
balding guy that was in the room with Vader. Is that Grand Admiral Thrawn?
No.
Okay.
No, that was Tarkin.
Tarkin, okay.
Grand Admiral Tarkin. Thrawn was like a blue dude who was like the greatest military strategist, like some say, ever in the galaxy. He was like super intelligent, and he won the Empire many battles, and in Legends continuity he had his own little Imperial remnant that did pretty good, and he was like the last leader of the Empire after Vader and Sidious died. Yeah, the Thrawn trilogy was like kind of what started the whole Legends thing, and it's still hailed as one of the greatest sci-fi book series ever. So I recommend you read it.
Okay. Now, which Sith was the one that was eating planets? I forget which one was doing that shit.
Darth Nihilus.
Darth who?
It was Darth Nihilus.
Nihilus, okay. Like, yes. He just gets a fucking fork out, and he's like, okay, you better get started. Like,
yeah. He was always my favorite Sith.
I feel like they put more effort in making the Sith than they do Jedi, where the Jedi, they're just like, well, it's, We have
I gotta be good.
Qui-Gon Jinn 29, and then we got
29. Yeah.
Do you know
the
that
Sith are
lore
always
with
cool.
Samuel L. Jackson on why he got the purple
Yeah.
lightsaber? He was like, "Oh
Yeah.
well, you're gonna have a green lightsaber." He's like, "No, fuck you. It's gonna be purple." And it's like, "No, why is that? We don't have purple lightsabers." Like, "Fuck you. It's gonna be purple." That's how he got a purple lightsaber.
It's the most Samuel Jackson thing I've ever heard.
It's just like, you know, motherfucker was thrown into that sentence.
Oh yeah. Probably a few other explicatives.
Yeah. I love the movie The Color Purple, so I am gonna have a purple lightsaber. Are there any fucking questions?
Yeah. Good God.
Have you ever seen the anime Afro Samurai?
I don't watch anime.
Okay. Well, if you ever do, that one's pretty good because Samuel L. Jackson voices it. And yeah, there's two headbands, and whoever is the top samurai can only be challenged by the second in command samurai. And so it becomes really important for people to try to get the second best headband, because then they can try to challenge the best samurai. And yeah, it's like so many meme-worthy moments in that series.
Cool.
Extremely violent, though.
Oh.
Very gory.
Yeah. That's anime for you.
Yeah.
Gore and overpowered characters, and random fetish girls.
Yeah. Oh, look, another Viewbot.
I don't see it.
It's because even there we go. This was made 2 days ago. Cheap viewers at whateverthefuck.com. Like, no. Piss off. I diagnose you with death. God, that's like one of the most fucked stills from Attack on Titan. And it really illustrates like trauma medicine, where people get so freaked the fuck out, understandably so, because it's just part of the human condition. But they illustrate that so well in Attack on Titan. Is one person you first see, they're like doing they're doing doing chest compressions like CPR, and then it pans out and they've already bled out because their legs are gone. You know, shit like that, where it's this, and that the person who's doing the CPR hasn't even realized that. And I was just like, that's just so
weird.
Well, it illustrates like real life shit, because yeah, you know, people get in that fugue state of, oh, I'm gonna help them. Like, they're already gone. You know.
You should look at your DMs. I sent you a meme.
Let me see here. See, meme time. Yeah. This is why I hate video games. It appeals to the male fantasy. Regular gas, $6. I'm like, $0.09 for plus and $1.21 for super supreme. Yes, the male fantasy of affordable anything. Classic. I remember when the paper could buy something.
I remember when the paper could buy. I remember when gold was a thing. I remember when Halo was good. I remember when Star Wars was good.
When I think it's really illustrated for me, having lived through the fugue state of growing up as a Pokemon child, being a fan of Pokemon, whereas like, even on the 10-year anniversary, I was still in the sauce really heavy, playing the GBA games and strategizing, for years. And I'm just like, I don't fucking want to see Pikachu anymore. I want to see new shit.
Yeah.
Like Ash Ketchum would be pushing his fucking 40s at this point, all right? That motherfucker will never catch them all. It's just like...
Pikachu's like the Bumblebee of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Just an infant mascot for the kids.
Yeah. Pikachu has to shave each morning with his 5 o'clock shadows. Like, okay, gotta fucking gotta film again for the children. It's just like,
oh god, gotta do another media appearance.
Just like, I remember when this shit was new in the 90s. Just let
so
me
long
die.
Ago. Just let me die. And it shows pans up to like all the people who have died. You know that meme? Where it's like all the legends who've died. It's like, come join us, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like Queen Elizabeth and all that crap.
Yeah. It was so fucking funny when Ryan Reynolds ended up being the voice of Pikachu. I was like, so fucking surreal.
Oh, speaking of like the Queen being dead.
Yeah.
I felt so bad when I heard it because like the night before, it was like I was watching the Jack stream and he was talking about how like literally the night before, he was talking about like we were making like how she would live forever jokes.
Yeah.
And then the next day she fucking died.
Oh my god, tell me, have I told you about the radio appearances both for the Queen and for King Philip? Do you know about that shit? So apparently, I know this. I learned it from a Noita streamer that I raid into regularly. Let's Suffer Together. He does a lot of Noita. And yeah, I learned this from this. So like over in England, they will every Friday night their radios will have a bunch of dance music, and so so it was like an EDM track, and then there's announcement from Buckingham Palace. Prince Philip has, passed, and then it immediately hits with this EDM drop. And then the same fucking thing happened when the Queen passed away. I was like, how the fuck is that? Has to be like, because of course Buckingham Palace isn't like waiting for that announcement. I don't know. To have that shit happen twice, or it's like, I'll have to send that to you because it's like I would play it on stream if I didn't think I'd get power fucked by copyright.
Death. Say goodbye to the Queen. All that crap.
Yeah.
That's the sample, yeah. And it's like that. It just starts. Oh god.
And for some fucking reason, I keep thinking like when they're, I don't think, they've got so much medical staff on hand, like they probably don't even have to take him to a hospital. But the first image I have in my brain, my fucked up brain, is like when they're doing the jumpstart you with the electroshock shit. It's like dubstep it's fueled, where it's doing it to the tune of the dubstep. Like,
oh God, God save the queen.
You're not fucking dying yet. Just get back here.
Get back on the dance floor.
Yeah. Don't you fucking quit on me.
Oh God.
I know you're 1,000 years old. Eventually your bones turn to fucking dust, but this isn't your time.
When I see my dad, oh, you motherfucker, you gotta dance to this last song. Like Jimmy Carter, bro.
Let me die. No.
You gotta do one media appearance with the next prime minister that's only gonna last 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, goody.
Lapses.
No, fuck you. Good old classic Queen flipping off everyone. Oh, man.
I remember seeing some wacko having prophecies that, not some LARP prophecies that, like, if Kamala or if Trump didn't win, that Jimmy Carter was going to die.
Oh my God.
Or some crap.
Like,
because
Jimmy Carter's like 1,000. Isn't he literally over 100 at this point? Did he turn 100?
Yeah, he's 100.
Okay.
He's the only president to turn 100, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He'll probably be the only for a while.
Yeah, probably.
At least the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Because I think the previous record holder was H.W. Bush. He was like 94.
Wow.
And Jimmy Carter surpassed him. I think, if I'm correct, every president that has died after Richard Nixon has lived to be in their 90s.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Probably because, they have infinite medical staff.
They fucking better. I mean,
Hell, I think Richard Nixon was like in his mid-80s when he died, so he wasn't young snapper either.
Yeah. I wonder too if they're like pumping them full of like steroids or some shit. The weirdo secret Black Ops fucking medical shit that isn't freely available to the normal population.
Yeah. That, or it could be like genes. They got the cured cancer, bro.
Yeah. Well, I wonder too if they're just doing like stem cell therapy. See, apparently you can get a lot of crazy results from stem cells.
Oh, yeah. Or it could just be genes, you don't know.
Yeah.
That's why most people live long.
Fucking
is because
Dick
of
Cheney's
genes.
Still alive, right? I haven't checked recently but I mean, didn't that motherfucker have a heart transplant like 1,000 years ago? I mean, when there's an Eminem song from the fucking 90s making fun of his heart problems, I'm like, how is this sumbitch still alive?
Dick Cheney is 83 years old.
He's only 83? Shit, you could have told me he's 95.
Yeah, I was surprised by
old,
that.
Like for 1,000 years. So, have you noticed that? Well, you see it with like Steve Martin. Well, Steve Martin's weird because he and oh gosh, who's the chick from the Halloween movies? I always blank on her name.
I can't remember either.
They both have premature gray hair, and one of the side effects of that is people are looking for the gray hair. So when you've had gray hair for like when you're young, you end up looking like you're the same age for 1,000 years because you don't have the hair coloration change to clue people in as much.
Then I looked it up, and Steve Martin is 79 currently.
Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that he's older than my mom. My mom's 73. What the fuck? Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I know, like... Yeah.
Wait, he was born in the late 40s? What the fuck? My mom was born in 51.
He was, if I'm correct, I think it was 45. Yeah, 45.
Holy shit.
And it's weird because, like...
He's a fucking war baby. Like, he's a victory baby.
Yeah. And, like, a lot of, young people I talk to, they say, like, their grandparents are in their 70s. And it's weird because, like, I've met some people where literally my uncle is older than their grandparents. And my uncle just turned 67, by the way. Like, how the hell?
Well, I've told you our family takes so fucking long to have the next generation. I've told you this fun. Did we do this game where I had you guess what year my grandfather was born?
No.
It always okay. So yeah, guess what year my grandfather was born?
1896.
1922.
Oh,
damn. Yeah, no. So like we've covered 100 years in 3 generations.
Yeah, that's sort of that way in some of my family. In other ways, it's not quite. Like, my grandma, she was born when her dad was 50.
Okay.
Her mom was 42.
Nice. Yeah, my mom had me when she was 43.
Uh-huh. How old was your dad, if you don't mind me asking?
He was 19 years younger than my mom. He would have been, what, 24? Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. It's also like an interesting coincidence in like my family tree that there's a lot of male widows. I've noticed that.
Childbirth related deaths or just
no, just they lived so long they outlived their wives.
That'd be rough.
I think I have a couple childbirth deaths.
Like if of course I wish my dad was still around, but I think if my mom had died first, I don't think Dad would have been able to last as long. I think the widow grief would have really fucked with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it hits everybody hard, but I think my dad really loved my mom. So I think it really messed with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then my grandparents were all born in the mid-30s, by the way.
Okay.
So they were born during like the Depression.
The easiest of times.
Yeah. I mean, they were all rural, so it didn't affect them as much because they were already, poor hillbillies, basically.
Well, they had the coping mechanisms and they knew the techniques to solve problems.
Yeah, because they all
better equipped than most people.
Yeah, because they all kind of grew their own food, or at least could survive and had animals.
Yeah.
Like my grandma has stories about how she had like an old mule that she loved so much.
Yeah, it's crazy how animals will have a personality.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a picture I have of her with like when she was like, I don't know, she was under 10 with that mule.
Wow.
Imagine like, I don't know what I was gonna say. And then my great grandfather on that side, he had an interesting story also. He was his parents died when he was... How old was he? He would have been 21 when his dad died, so he was orphaned then.
Wow.
And he was the oldest child.
Damn. So of course he has the younger siblings to take care of on top of everything else.
And I think in total there was 9 kids that didn't die in childbirth.
Wow.
So
that's fucking crazy.
He had to let go of... I mean, of course, he still kept in contact with them, but they had the orphan... Like, they had to put him in an orphanage, all except for, like, the youngest one, which he took in.
Wow.
Took care of. And then my grandma says that youngest brother was... He always said that my great-grandma was more of a mom than his actual mom, because she died so young.
Well, that's what's so weird, yeah, because, when you don't have the original figure, but it's, people will, kind of like a chicken, they'll pattern off of whoever's, that figure in their lives.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I think he said it's more of like, a sweet thing to say, but still wild to think about.
Yeah. Well, let's see, my great-grandmother, she was the oldest of 8, and she fucking outlived everybody. And you're like, can you imagine having to go through 7 funerals for siblings? Like, that would fuck with somebody.
That would suck.
She's
like my grandma's the youngest, and she's the last, but it'll be different being the oldest. I know I had like a distant ancestor that had that. He was the oldest, but he lived so long and outlived them all.
Did I tell you the weird thing with these drones that they're seeing in, I think I was talking to El Cayman. It must have been the El Cayman and Jack the Ripper thing. Because I don't think I told you.
Didn't they find out that was the government doing that? Or no?
So the official story is, it's just everyone's smoking crack and you can't identify a plane. Oh, yeah, fuck you. It's a flying fridge with a quadcopter set up. That isn't a fucking plane. But the other thing that's very fucking weird, and I can't remember if I told you this, I was talking to a member of the Fifth Column, because we talk, he's a former machinist, and so I love talking to him about machine stuff and, making things and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, one of the reported weirdness about these drones, they don't give off heat. And that freaks me the fuck out. You know why? Because a quadcopter, what are you going to have? It's going to be the heat from all those motors. It should have a heat signature. And so to me, the fact that those motors don't have a fucking heat signature, that's weird. Because I have an interest in engineering. I'm by no means a true engineer, but here's the one thing I do know. Like, if you have motor coils, because you'll have copper windings on a motor, and they'll usually have an enamel coat so the copper isn't touching itself on these windings. And so, for transformers and motors...
Yeah. I just have to go there every time someone... I think of that every time someone says that.
Yeah. One of the side effects of running electricity, and they have to account for this, is lost heat from the electricity just flowing through the coils. And they can't really stop that. And so when I hear, there's no heat signature on the drones, I'm like, what the fuck? Because you have motors that are going very hard, carrying a fridge-sized thing, and you're telling me there's no fucking heat signature on that?
Yeah. And
so then I was going down the question of... because copper's prized because it's so ductile and obviously conducts electricity. But then I was thinking, trying to tackle that from an engineering standpoint, I was like, what in the fuck material would be in that motor? And it's the only thing I could think of, and so this is what I was talking to the machinist with, was it would have to have the electrical conductivity of copper, and it would have to be, wireable. But the only thing I can think of is it would have to dissipate heat faster than copper. And so when I was talking to the machinist, he was saying like naval bronze might fulfill that. But so yeah. Well, and then I know like so this goes into Iraq War lore. Apparently, people doing shit over there, because of course they're using thermal to pick up on things. So when there's suspicious stuff that they don't want seen, they will encase shit in ice cubes to throw off the thermal. And then I'm like, what are they covering the fucking motor in ice? Like, or it's some shit where it's refrigerated. But then you have these drones aren't there for short periods of time. They're up in the air for a long period of time. So like, I don't know, none of this shit makes sense. And then when they're like, oh, it's a plane, fuck off. Like, don't fucking insult people's intelligence, dude. We got you fuckers red-handed. Own up to it. Like, I don't know.
Didn't they confirm it was like the government, or am I misinformed?
I think the official story is, I don't remember. I've heard conflicting stuff even with the announcements. The ones I heard it was all, to me, sound like they're gaslighting everyone. Oh, well, you all are just fucking stupid, and you don't know what a plane is. How stupid are you? Hee hee hee. Was sort of the mentality. But I feel like I have heard, I wanted to say the White House said, oh, well, there's something going on. But it's been, they're not saying shit, which then confirms that it's them fucking doing it. Like, it's better to just say something. Like, I think of it from the 2B2T standpoint. It's better, like on the Fit video where he was talking about NOCOM, they were explaining NOCOM, oh, it was just a Pearl teleport, when in reality it was NOCOM. They should have a canned response that is slightly plausible, rather than, oh, well, you all are just fucking crazy. What are you from the fucking early 1900s? You don't know what a fucking plane is? I'm like, yes, we know what a plane is, and we also know what a flying refrigerator and a flying fucking minivan is. Like, that has quadcopter blades, by the way. Slightly different visual signature than a fucking plane.
Yeah.
And when you look at like this Ukraine footage and all this other shit where they have these drones that are like really fucking fast and are slamming into tanks and destroying the tanks, like, because that's the other thing too. None of this shit makes sense, because like NORAD gets scrambled. Like, if you are a Cessna pilot and you fucking go outside of your designated flight path, NORAD gets fucking scrambled, all right? And they'll say, get the fuck on the ground or we will shoot you down. Like, it's real cut and dry. And so the fact that they're not scrambling NORAD on all this shit, and it's restricted flight space, it's shit over military bases. That's the other thing. Like, none of this shit makes sense. Like, get me started.
Speaking of weird stuff,
yeah,
I was doing some, have you ever heard of like Wampus cats?
Wampus cats? No, I'm not familiar with Wampus cats.
They're like kind of I guess basically like a big kind of mountain lion cryptid, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Let me look them up, see if I'm... Yeah, they're basically just big kind of... Yeah, basically just big mountain lions.
Okay.
And there's some supposed sightings of them in this area.
I know, it was one thing that I have learned, look up what animals are in your local area, but do not think that's the only shit there, because as I told you, I heard a motherfucking timber wolf.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, there's a ton of wolves around here.
Yeah.
A ton of stuff around here.
Well, where I
wolves,
was,
but
because I told the park police, and they're like, "Oh well, I heard a literal fucking timber wolf." I'm like, "No, you didn't." And they're like, "Yeah, I heard coyotes and a fucking timber wolf." And they're like, and then these fuckers, the ones that aren't in the cornfield, in the trenches. Yeah, they're, oh well, your observed data isn't real. Yeah, fuck you.
You weren't there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because there's like a big, diverse ecosystem around here with a lot of different animals.
Yeah.
I see like salamanders for some reason.
I saw years ago. I saw a bright, and it was rainy conditions, and I saw this bright orange fucking salamander, and I had never seen it before in all my time where I had lived. I was like, I didn't even know fucking salamanders were around here. Like,
yeah, salamanders are everywhere.
Well, and it really looked like
it's common to see one here.
Like when you saw it, you could see how Charmander would be invented because of how brightly orange this thing was.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's also like mountain lions, so that could just be the reason for the Wampus cat.
Have you ever thought it's really fucking odd how there's giant cats, but there isn't giant dogs? Have you ever thought that's fucking
wolves.
Odd? But they're not like Bengal tiger sized. I'm talking about like big cat sized canines.
There probably were millennia ago, but probably not anymore.
Yeah.
Their anatomies probably weren't suitable for being that big.
Maybe.
Like, that's the reason you don't see humans that are 8 foot tall without genetic defects,
Yeah.
Fucking Robert Wadlow's.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up.
Is that like the world's tallest man or some shit?
It was the tallest man in recorded history. Okay. He was 8 foot 11 inches when he died.
Yeah, because I know there's people with like giantism.
He kept growing after he died.
He kept growing after he died? What the fuck?
Yeah, he was still growing after he died. The growth hormone was still popping out. They measured him after he died, and he was taller than they did like the day before he died.
Holy shit.
So he could have reached 9 foot tall in the grave. But he was 8 foot 11 when he died. He was like 22.
He was that young? What the fuck? Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, they would... Well, their bones, I know it's like, it's basically just like perpetual fucking, like adolescence where your bones, that's why you had like bone pains with growing up and teenagerism. That's what's going on with that. It's your bones.
Yeah, I think he died from like a blister infection because of his leg braces.
Oh,
and he couldn't feel it. He couldn't feel it because his heart couldn't pump the blood to all the body.
Wow.
And he got infected, and that's how he died.
Damn.
Yeah, the kid was like 22. 22.
Wow. Same age as Techno when he passed.
I thought Techno was 23.
I wanted to say he was 22, but I don't know. Let me see.
I'll look it up. Yep, he was 23.
Oh, okay. Wow.
He just turned 23. He died in the month.
Damn.
But yeah. Robert Wadlow was quite the dude. And they have a lot of film footage of him, thankfully. And there's like a video of him walking. And he's literally like, he walked so weird because, he was so tall and his limbs were so numb.
Yeah.
Because the blood wouldn't pump that far. So he literally just had to like throw his legs just to walk.
Ugh.
Like I'll send you the clip I'm talking about. Robert Wadlow walking. And also his voice was like incredibly deep.
Yeah. He must have had monstrous amounts of testosterone.
Oh, I bet so. And he didn't have facial hair or anything, but...
Huh.
There we go. Sent. It's in your DMs now.
Alrighty. Let me see here.
I don't think there's any audio, so...
Wow.
See what I mean by he's literally just throwing his legs around?
Yeah. Well, I don't want copy strike issues, so I can't really mute myself too easily.
There's no audio.
Oh, there is no audio?
No, it's silent film.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't feel safe, just muted.
Oh, it should be fine.
Yeah.
It's interesting he had that cane, too.
Yeah. He also had leg braces.
Wow. Yeah, the leg joints throwing all that weight around, that would... Did you ever watch that video? Of course you didn't.
I think he was like 400 pounds.
Just 400? I would have guessed he's like... What the fuck?
I mean, he was skinny.
He was skinny. Okay. I would have thought he was, like, if I had to guess for someone 800 pounds, or I'm sorry, 8 feet tall, I want to say 400 to 500, maybe 600 pound range.
I mean, but, you know, he was lit so thin and slender.
Yeah.
Not to call him Slender Man or anything, but...
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, it looks like he's on fucking stilts, even though he's just him.
Regular dude, yeah. And then there'd be like, he'd get harassed all the time, like everywhere he'd go, there'd be like crowds that would follow him.
Yeah.
People would like harass him and kick him in the legs to see if he was on stilts.
Oh my god, that would suck so much. That's probably why.
No, he could just literally throw them halfway across the block.
Ugh. Yeah. Humans suck.
Everything sucks. Society sucks.
Yeah.
Grr. If I were that tall, I'd just throw him halfway across the block.
Yeah.
I always dreamed of being really tall like that for some reason. I always thought it would be interesting.
I had a friend that was 6'4". He fucking hated it. Because I'm 6'1".
I mean, I'm 6'1", so... I'm fair height. I mean, 6'2". Bruh. I forgot how to count.
Yeah, my dad was 6'2".
My dad's 6'1". That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like, my friend Sam, yeah, he was... And you saw it, yeah, he had to duck through doorways, a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah. I had a principal when I was in kindergarten who was really tall, and we were all amazed that he'd have to duck under the doors.
Yeah.
We thought he was, like, buildings tall.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, yeah, the duck under the door. I remember, like, in 3rd grade, people would, like, have, like, dick measuring contests where they see how many teachers they were taller than.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, you're taller than the teacher?
Whoa, you have higher value in society. Yeah. Yeah, the children
There was
bullshit.
this one girl who was super tall.
Yeah.
Even though she was probably, like, 5'4" at the time.
Yeah.
Jeez, I miss elementary school. Elementary school is like the best, honestly.
Yeah, I was homeschooled all the way through, so I skipped virtually all that shit.
You missed out on some things, but
I would have been.
You could argue that we missed out
so
on a ton.
fucking much. Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten through the bullying, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I never was bullied, actually. Hell, if I were to admit, I probably bullied some.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. Mainly just friends, though.
Yeah.
We just insult each other. I remember, like, there was another dude with my same first name, and we'd always liked which was the better of our first name.
Yeah.
So we had that feud like all the way through high school. I mean, we're still friends, you know. But it was like some goofy joke interview.
That's funny.
Yeah. I remember, it was like, as soon as I left elementary school, that's when they built the new building for it. Like, I was in 5th grade when they were breaking down, and we were all so jealous because we wouldn't be able to experience it. We were all stuck in that old building. But we all miss it, though. I do.
Yeah.
If I would have had the chance, I would have taken one of the bricks.
Yeah, one of the, on the campus I was at up in Vermont, yeah, they were building a soccer field when I was leaving, and I was like, God damn it. Like, and I wasn't even on a soccer team, but it was just interesting how things build up over time.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, the school one of my grandparents went to still stands, and it's like, on the National Board of Historic Places or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it's really nice looking.
Nice.
But, yeah. Well, no, I've always really treasured, preserving historic places.
Yeah.
Like, it always hurts my heart every time I hear that, like, an old place is being destroyed or something.
Yeah, did you see that Mount Vernon? Let's see. Getting a text from out of nowhere. Hey, is this name? I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no. The IRL cord finders.
I know, right? It's fucking Pop Bob.
Nice bedrock.
See you soon.
See you soon.
That's a nice air block you got there. I recognize it. What is this? Oh, yes. Who the fuck is that? Oh. I don't know who the fuck this is. How did they get my number?
I wouldn't answer.
Yeah, well, he was there at the Christmas party, but I don't know how the fuck he got my number. So this is sort of weird, but okay.
Probably asked Mom.
Yeah, Mom gave out more personal information. I don't know. What the fuck is going on? How's everything going?
Who are you?
It's going okay. I don't know. This is getting fucking weird quickly. I don't know. Just
who are you?
I know. I don't know.
Answer crap like that.
Yeah.
If I get like a phone call and it's a number I don't recognize, I never answer. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling a little adventurous. I'm like, fuck it. Let's see how this goes.
Doxed, destroyed, blown up.
Yeah.
I wish that could happen. Hey, you're down in the hillbilly lands. You don't have to worry about people doxing you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They'll have to be the ones worried.
Right.
Oh gosh. So every time someone jokes about doxing me, I always send like a GIF or a picture of Popcorn Sutton with like
the warning signs, yeah.
The warning sign, yeah. And there's also like a video of him in his house with like 30 guns. Or pew-pew machines. I don't know if you can say the
I think
G word.
I think you could say gun, yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is a gaming platform.
I know like YouTube's draconian, but they're not like that draconian yet. Yeah, give it time.
Yeah, nice gun you get there, Mr. Call of Duty man. Stream has been ended. And sorry if I sound stuffy. I'm trying to be quiet. Plus, I'm recovering from a cold. If any person 500 years from now stumbles upon this,
yeah,
remember me.
Yeah. Okay.
I always think about that when I'm on here.
I was wondering if you guys would like to have a nice steak dinner one night with me and Q. Okay. So that's less suspicious, I guess. See how this goes.
Come to this place.
Come down to the shack on Fuck You Street. Like, yeah, okay. Let me go right down to the hellhole.
Hey, if you see a U-Haul truck that's rocking back and forth and red all over it, don't worry about it.
Yeah. This definitely isn't a psyop because you were asking too many questions about the fucking motors that weren't generating heat. Yeah.
If you see a dude in a clown costume screaming, don't worry about it.
A clown costume, yeah.
Yeah, the clown costume screaming frantically. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's just Uncle Jim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it certainly doesn't.
You remember that?
13. Is that a reference to I forget the murderer that was a child killer? That was
no, not
clown costume.
John Wayne Gacy. But, yeah, you remember like the clown craze from a few years ago, where there's all like these videos of some idiots in clown costumes running after cars.
What day and time? Do you think you all can get to the?
And I think that trend died when like some dude who was doing that prank got like shot.
Oh yeah, no, people doing that are asking for problems. Like, do we need a car? I should be able to walk her across the street.
What are you doing in my property, Mr. Clown?
Yeah.
You have 10 seconds to get out of my sight.
I do not want you in my visual range.
You will leave or suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
What do you mean, balloon honking? I don't want your damn balloon. I want your balloon just as much as you want my lead.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is getting slightly less creepy as we go here. But yeah, no, it was.
Do you ever believe in like?
Do I ever believe in?
Do you ever believe in like? Yeah. Did you ever believe in like the IRL like internet cryptid sightings or whatever? Like, oh, the rake is in my backyard. Do you ever subscribe to that or no?
I think you can. It depends on which one. I've
heard theories like if enough, like kind of a collective consciousness of a bunch of people can, quote unquote, like summon something into existence, like Slender Man or some crap. If enough people believe in it.
Have you ever heard of a tulpa? That's sort of the idea of what a tulpa is.
No.
Yeah, if you look into that, tulpas are fucking wild.
T-O-L-P-A?
T-U-L-P-A, yeah, tulpa.
Tulpa's Auto Parts and Rams in New York?
Yeah. but put in like a mythology or other things, but it's like a concept that's given physical reality. Yeah, T-U-L-P-A, yeah.
Autos, T-O. Let's see. Concept of tulpas is really Buddhist concept. Earthly bodies that a Buddha manifests in order to teach those who have not attained nirvana. 20th century European mystical intermediate. Buddhahood. Theosophy thought forms. 20th century Theosophists adapted the concept of into the concepts of tulpa and thought form. The Theosophists Annie the 1905 book Thought Forms divides them into 3 classes. Forms in the shape of the person who creates them. I'm reading the Wikipedia, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Forms resemble objects or people.
So tulpas theoretically like.
So like collective conscious stuff.
Well, it's like.
Well, hold on. The Slender Man described by some people as a tulpa effect and attributed to multiple people's thought processes. Huh.
Well, and that's what I've sort of been wondering, if that's what's going on with the woods. You know, if people are, if it's a concentrated attention, therefore fear, and maybe that's, you know, if you subscribe to like Warhammer 40K with like the orcs, if they believe something there, it can actually make shit happen. You know, you start to wonder if the passive psychic energy of just everyday people, if they're focused on like, what the fuck's with the woods? Is there something there? And just us believing something's there is making something fucking manifest.
Making something there, yeah. Could happen. I don't know, though. Until I see actual proof of that happening, I don't know if I can believe that.
I know when shits are like at 3 a.m., shit starts popping off virtually wherever the hell I am.
That's because of the collective hysteria of, oh, it's 3 a.m.
No, dude.
Time for my bed to start floating.
No, dude. Like, shit's knocking on the walls, dude, and there's no source of it. Like that type of shit.
It's called you have a house that's old.
Nah, this is a hotel.
It's called a hotel old.
Yeah. No, this is like actual knocking on the walls. Yeah, it's definitely weird.
The couple in the other room are doing something.
Nah.
You don't want to know.
But yeah, no, I was talking to Mom, and
yeah,
because it was, well, the thing that did it was there was like, it sounded like a die was being, like a D&D die was dropping and hitting the ceiling and bouncing along the ceiling on my side of the ceiling. And
that's
Mom,
probably because the people on the other upper floor are playing D&D.
Ain't no one upstairs, no voices upstairs, nothing. And then when I talked to Mom about it, I was like 2:58, and when I mentioned that it was near 3 a.m., something right next to my fucking head knocked, and that creeped me the fuck out, and I immediately got the Bible out. Yeah, it's like making my eye twitch just thinking about it, because it was spooky. Yeah.
Haunted hotel.
You'd be surprised. There's some, hotels tend to have all sorts of shit happen. ODs, lots of things. So you can have more activity there than you would think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't had any actual paranormal experiences yet.
I've noticed it's gotten worse as I've gotten older, and I don't know if it's because I'm noticing shit more or what, but there's been a...
Maybe you're just hearing stuff as it. I don't know. Or, noticing more stuff.
Yeah, because there's been a substantial uptick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost want something paranormal to happen. Knock on wood. That it's not.
You do until it happens, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, this is some bullshit."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, "Oh, this is great," until it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I say that not wanting, freaking insert demon that I don't want to say the name of.
Yeah.
Appear in my head front.
Yeah. Yeah, the creepy thing. Yeah, that's one. I even said it in the Jack server. Is everyone, you can poo-poo everything until you start seeing weird shit with your own eyes, and then it really fucks with you because it's violating those what we perceive to be rules of reality, and it really fucks with you. And I've had a few. Well, I told you about the camping grounds thing, right? Did I tell you about that?
Yes.
Yeah. And that was a new one, and did not like that at all. That one was weird because it felt
more
a feminine presence. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it wasn't even a building because we were in a tent, and I'm like, is this like a fucking campground ghost? Like, what the fuck is this? And
I remember.
I don't know. That was beyond cursed.
Get us sorted. I gotta piss real quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I'll tell. All right, I'm back.
Alrighty.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, my dad. I definitely call him a skeptic.
Yeah.
He's Christian guy. Doesn't believe in a lot of quote unquote hocus pocus, but he was in a couple like Christian music bands, and one time I think it was one of his Christian metal bands he was in. They were setting it up the show, and they were on stage. I think he said it was like a wooden stage, and they were praying before anybody got there, like when they were still setting up, and he heard like stomping, like someone running across the stage, and like the stomping, like someone was running across the stage when they were praying. But when they looked, nothing was there, of course,
Yep.
And nobody was that side of the room, and they continued praying. And then he heard some kind of male voice. They heard like some kind of male voice kind of like sternly say like, "Stop it."
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of his own paranormal experience that he's told me about.
Yeah, there's yeah. I would venture to say that that's legit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, coming from him, I think it is. Because he doesn't lie about anything. I don't see him lying. He has no reason to. I know my brother says he's had a lot of experiences, but can't really remember exactly what. I think you'd have some good conversations with him, if from what I remember him telling me, because he's seen like a lot of dark figures and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's in the club.
He might be. I don't know if he's like a paranormal interest, but he's definitely had stuff happen to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know enough.
Yeah, I need to ask.
What?
I'll have to ask him sometime and tell you what he tells me.
Sure. Yeah.
I've told you like my mom and sister's stories.
I don't recall if you have.
Like when my mom was in that haunted house and she saw like the guy hanging from the tree upside down that would laugh at her at night.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my sister seeing red eyes on the wall.
Yeah, that one
Or on the door. And actually that door that she saw those red eyes on, I'm looking at right now.
Wow. Well, there's a thing in
Trailer moment.
Scottish mythology where it's like a floating cloud of like darkness, and then it'll have red eyes like that. I forget what it's called, but yeah. And there's also the they always say, well, some cases of Bigfoot sightings will have glowing eyes. It can vary. But they wonder if that's where the collective idea of that archetype of seeing that information happens.
Yeah. From what my sister said, just those eyes were just on the door. Nothing more. Not to rhyme or anything.
Did she see anything else with it, or was it exclusively red eyes?
From what I remember, it was just the red eyes.
Well, that's still pretty fucking substantial, and I don't think she was insane. I think she actually saw that shit, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not finding her.
Yeah. No. I'm just trying to, in case she's listening or whatever. Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, my family isn't really. I don't think my family is any connected with my online personality at all.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing.
You just never know,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen red eyes. What have I seen? I've seen a fucking and this was around the time that I was actively playing World of Darkness a lot. I would see periodically, I'd wake up out of sleep. Well, and sometimes I'd see it before I went to sleep. I looked towards the wall, and I saw a fucking outline of like a stereotypical wizard, like with a big ass wizard hat and the peak and all that shit.
Really?
Yeah. And it happened often enough that I started to intentionally not look at the wall because it was fucking with me.
Yeah.
And it would happen a lot when I would wake up out of sleep and look over, and yeah, there's this fucking thing just there. And and this is where the potential connection to World of Darkness comes in, because I had 5 other friends that were also avid players of that system, and they were all seeing shadow people, and I was like, okay, what the fuck? I was like, is there some sort of incantation weaved into the fucking game system? Like something, you know, when you have repeatable patterns like that, it starts to get a little, you know.
Whenever you say incantation, I thought of the death metal band.
Yeah. Well, that's also, what they say, you know, like letters, that's why it's called spelling. You know, theoretically just writing shit out, that's a form of summoning. Like, I don't know. Shit gets weird quickly and all this crap.
Yeah. Well, I do remember, well, here's something that I've actually, you know, solved. So I don't think it was very paranormal, but like when I was a kid, I would get freaked out because like in my room, there would be like sometimes lights that would just appear on the wall, like solid lights, like little light bars that just like float around the wall. And then I concluded that that was just like car headlights coming through the blinds at night.
Okay. Yeah, are you near a street, or are you in the middle of the fucking hills? Okay.
I mean, I'm not in the middle of it. I'm kind of in between.
Okay.
I'm in a trailer park.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
Well,
but
yeah,
but it's not like you're surrounded by trees with no roads, because if you're surrounded by trees with no roads and you're seeing that shit, it'd be like, maybe there's a little something going on, you know?
Yeah, that's not just Brother Jim.
Yeah. Oh, that's the woods booger,
well,
you know, that's just...
booger.
It's the... Oh, that's Billy. He lives in the woods, and he just
if I ever
shines light at us each night.
I am calling it the woods booger.
Yeah, you know, it's just we don't question it.
Thank you for that name. If I ever discover cryptid,
Well, that's one of the names for Bigfoot is Booger. Yeah. No, that's like, I didn't make that up. No, that's like it was like, I forget him, but yeah, which region calls them that, but yeah, boogers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we went through Tennessee, it was eerie. Like, my dad and I drove, well, eventually we went back with Mom, so we were searching for schools, and but yeah, no, we passed through Chattanooga, and you could just feel like, I never got out, but you know, just the energy of the region was just, you could just feel it. You know, it's almost, I would say it's similar to even like Sedona, Arizona. It's different energy, but it's just like, it's dense. Like you just feel that there's shit around.
Yeah.
Like I would say it's event packed. Like you can just feel that. Well, it's like when I go to Gettysburg. Like I am on major fucking edge whenever I'm at Gettysburg, because that's just like, ugh. You know, you have any place that's had 50,000 people die within 3 days. That landscape's going to be remembering that shit. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, have you checked out that Steve Isdall on YouTube yet? He has a lot of stories. Like, literally, his entire channel is just reading stories people submit of their experiences.
I don't know.
Because that, like, there is a lot of stuff. And he's more the brand that I subscribe to, because like the conventional Bigfoot, oh, it's Gigantus Pithecus, they never put any credence into the supernatural events that people observe, and then they'll gaslight people and say, oh, well, that didn't happen. And like, anytime you run into that, that tends to be a red flag, my experience.
Yeah.
I think people, and that's what Steve Isdall says too, is, whenever there's stories on here, we don't judge whether it's real or not. You just take it or leave it and come to your own conclusions. Is sort of the stance he has, which tends to be pretty based. But I like his stuff.
Well, I think I'm just gonna talk and chat from now on.
Oh, okay.
Because getting late here.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's.
And there's people.
Yeah.
All right.
And it gets my chat numbers higher.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alrighty, I'll pop out of VC later, dude. Alrighty. So that was Top Hat, everybody. Pop out of VC. Jump back in. Let me see here. Sup? Let me see. Okay, so we have that done. My sense of different just from VC from now. Oh yeah. Probably my voice. Yeah. Mic. Yeah. These new earbuds that I have a lower quality mic on them probably. Ooh, another 5, so we're going another vertical route. Do 2 cobblestone. Working on this structure, it gives you appreciation for like the steel workers that were building the skyscrapers, how hazardous that fucking industry was. Yeah, you're only fucking that up once. Yeah, and those old photos where they're sitting there on the girders eating their lunch, I'm like, yeah, there's not a lick of safety equipment in sight. How much wind would be up there? Oh my god. And they're just like, well, it's bologna and cheese, and let's flirt with death on our fucking lunch break. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's amazing what us hairless monkeys can do, is what Top Hat says. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it really is astonishing. Did you ever hear the Founding Fathers' supernatural occurrences and sightings? No, actually I haven't. I haven't looked into that. That's a new one. I haven't looked into it from that standpoint. I bet they ran into some weird shit. Especially the untamed land, like, that's probably a lot more dense at that point with various things that go bump in the night. See, there are accounts of George Washington seeing countless angels during his day. Oh shit. No, I have not heard about this. This is interesting. One was titled The Angel of Liberty, which was the word Union on its header, whom showed Washington images of the ocean between America and Europe with dark clouds all in it. Wow. That would be fucking trippy. Also, did you ever hear about the North Korean Godzilla ripoff? No, I have not heard of this. How does their Godzilla vary? Is it like just a carbon copy paste, or does it have some variance to it? Let's see. So in the 70s, I believe North Korea kidnapped an OG producer of the early Godzilla movies and forced him to make a film called Pulgasari, which was a giant monster film. I'll give it credit because the monster actually looks really cool. 90s, not 70s, my bad. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, the old Godzilla movies fucked. I had VCR tapes that had them, and I lapped those up as a child. There's, of course, I don't have evidence of it anymore, but there's an ancient photo of me. I had to have been 2 or 3, and I had a Godzilla, thing that was relatively my size, and there's a photo of me spooning my cereal towards Godzilla, so you could have some cereal. So that's how much I fucking loved Godzilla as a kid. Nice. What happened? What did you find? Oh yeah, the wither cryptid. Yeah. Man, if there was real life withers, that would suck. Yeah, this server spams withers regularly. If I don't see them showing up in my field, I tend to not worry as much. But yeah, there is in the back of my mind always the oh fuck moment of the lizard brain flipping the fuck out. It's the end. It's so Jover. Base defense systems when. So the one idea I had for that is I told El Cayman and Jack when he was here. It's the idea that I have for that. So the server does have a wither cap per chunk. So one way you could theoretically do that is when bedrock is placeable, you make a wither capped floor and then encase them in bedrock, and then would-be griefers wouldn't be able to put withers topside. So they would have to manually fucking disassemble everything unless they broke through the bedrock defense and then killed the withers underneath to then release them up top. And then you have the Elder Guardian spawn where everything is mining fatigued. That's a good old Orson special. Oh my god, another 5, so we're going vertical again, chat. Let's see. Obby. That's not what is supposed to be here. Should be grass, I believe. Okay. Yeah, on one of my worlds I had my base was surrounded by desert, so we would have husks herd all around the deserts as part of my whole inventing husk warfare and Minecraft project. I do recall that was a pretty clever idea because you were weaponizing the hunger effects on the husks, which I thought was a pretty neat idea. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's right. I forget. Yeah, they don't die during the day. Okay, so we go this way. Block of quartz. Good old Jack standby. Yeah, my main base defense is just trying to make it as cumbersome to destroy as possible. Entropy is my defense. They simply do not contain enough autism to destroy my base. That's the hope, at least. Do you know that story of the dude in World War II? He was a Japanese soldier, and he didn't get them. Well, technically, he did get the memo that the war ended. He just didn't fucking believe them. So he kept waging war for the next 30 fucking years on an island. It was like raiding supplies from the locals. It's just an absolute fucking menace. And then the government sent his brother saying like, dude, it's over, bro. Just come out of the woods. He's like, no, I can't fucking believe this. They're fucking the enemy forces are trying to psyop me with my own brother. I can't believe this shit. It's like, dude, I had to get his general to convince him to command my fucking officer. Oh my god. Like, dude, it's over, bro. You can go home now. No, fuck you. I don't. And he was like killing people in the countryside. And, oh my god. Yeah, and he had like originally had a unit of like 5 people, and then they, I don't know, over the course of these fucking raids, the locals fought back, and yeah, eventually it was just down to him. He was like, okay, well, I gotta keep the fight going. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. How much stoicism do you fucking have? Absolute menace behavior. Good lord. Ooh, another vertical. The die has been very vertical hungry. Oh wait, that's right. It's Obby. Nice. Gonna do a scene transition real quick. Hopefully it won't cause the game to shit itself. Okay, let me do F3, because I'm curious what my elevation is. Oh, okay. I'm at 280, so we're only 39 blocks away from build limit. So it's only 3 more... Yeah, 3 more verticals. So this one, so just 2 more ups after this, and we're at build limit. Well, we would have to stop because, yeah, it's at 39, so that kind of sucks. If I was 1 block lower, it would be perfectly vertical. That kind of sucks, but that's fine. Okay, turn F3 off. Switch back scene. Yep, and it didn't shit itself. Please, fucking, yep. And look at that, Top Hat. We have the Minecraft bug where it is shitting itself. Yep, that's the exact problem I described. Game crashed. Yep, and that's why I hadn't been... Oh man. I hope it doesn't start doing that crap, because that'll get really annoying. Let me see. We'll try like 3 times to get it back online, and if it keeps shitting itself, I'll just raid. Man, and if I had just not done F3, well, that's what we get for using basic Minecraft features. Okay, time to switch scenes and pray that it doesn't shit itself. Okay, alright, we have our login information shown. Password. Enter. Okay. Turn chat off so we don't get instant TOS from cringe being typed. Thoughts on Queso? I haven't really watched enough of his content to pass super judgment on it. It's looking like a secondary crash again. God, that really sucks. I thought his content where he was guessing the burgers and didn't get it incorrect, I thought that shit was hilarious. Have you seen the Meat Canyon video where he's because he fell through his floor, and Meat Canyon made a video where he's just falling to the center of the fucking earth. I should make an effort to try to watch some Queso. I was thinking I'd give Kai Cenat's stream a try at some point. See how that goes. Let's see. Okay, well, I think the Minecraft gods are telling me to go fuck myself. And because of that, I will try to raid into somebody. Lesson learned, chat. I won't I won't try to F3 to see my elevation, because that starts making the crash happen. So, lesson learned there. Let's see who is online. I need to do some rating here. Let's see, who's online? Oh, nope, we definitely don't want that. That's a literal fucking football game. That'll get me quantum fucking copy struck. Let me see. Ooh. You know who I do enjoy? I enjoy some Premiere 2. If you all haven't seen Premiere 2... Oh, wait, is he sleeping? Sleep Gang. Oh, yeah, because he's in Japan. He would be, Well, no, it's fucking daytime. Enjoy the RV trip with us until he wakes up. You know what? Fuck it. Who's someone I haven't rated before? Let me see. Checking to see. I'm a head out. Oh, good to see you, Top Hat. Wasn't Kai Cenat the dude who tried to lead Shaz or anything? I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. I'm out of touch on the lore, if so. Let me see. Okay. Actually, let's try raiding into Heavenly Father.
Genuinely, him making a league video would be interesting because it would be someone who is
raid
silver,
Heavenly Father.
And you know how the community gets. It would be Badger's community versus the League of Legends community.
Let me see here. Make sure,
like
of course, I
irate,
misspell, because I am a brainlet.
Anyway.
It didn't work.
I'm back. Sorry,
Heavenly's playing some Fall Guys. Got some
You
good
don't have to keep
stuff.
repeating it.
I believe
Stop.
you.
Stop.
I believe you.
Put it away.
Good old-fashioned hexagon, man.
I believe you, man.
Put it away.
Thank you.
Cannot
Thank you.
spell to save my soul here in chat.
Ever.
Alrighty, so y'all have been watching Etican Raider. And as you have yourselves a damn good one, as Etika would say.
Which one?
Sonic.
And we're going to be raiding into...
Sonic Dudley, if you
Guess
win
not.
this, I'm giving you a sub.
Okay,
That's
fair
great.
enough.
Yo, hold on. Grabbing him and then.
Gonna try someone else. Who else is available? Sure, screw it. We'll go back to the original idea of Premiere 2.
I should have probably had a what's it called, handicap.
Pete is currently sleeping, so it's not going to be as active in there, but still very based. Very based streamer when he is up. Based out of Japan, does a lot of content with Chris Abroad of Abroad in Japan.
That was tough.
Let me spell this correctly because I cannot spell. Premiere 2. That's still not correct.
I hope so. That's a really good track. The drone shoulder. Oh, the drone's gonna look so sick. Julian is following like really close. The drone's gonna look awesome. Hopefully, like sometimes drones make you just feel sick when they're following cars. You're like, oh, why'd you just
And
follow
there's
it?
no space in between his name.
Like, you're
Okay.
going fast. I don't need flips.
Don't you love it when a basic end of stream raid takes 20 minutes to do?
I mean, I did that.
Alrighty, chat. Love you all. Behave yourselves. And see you next time. Bye-bye.
Windy as well. Hopefully it's not too bad in the morning.
You guys want to like send me a lot?
Yeah, we'll get a bottle.
I mean, the first place get the bottle, right? Oh, okay.